Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be taking a look at the patch 2.3 notes that were just released the morning, a few hours prior to recording this video. And we're going to give you the full breakdown, top to bottom. I have not even taken a look at the notes yet. Again, as you know, I like to kind of do a fresh, instinctual read without really skimming or going over any details. So without further ado, here we go. Before we get started, of course, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell, and of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description down below. Alrighty, here we go. Casual mode, turning on. Alright. So we've got some new features here. Dragon Talents is something that we kind of gave a brief little sneak peek on, but you can see here on an image for how that looks, along with a talent tree. You can see you can find Dragon Talents at the Dragon Skills interface. In the Dragon K, the huge Dragon Talent tree is full of nodes. Okay. Unlock conditions. Server has reached Season 3. Dragon levels reached 40. And 2 active Dragon skills have reached level 10. Okay, cool. Awakening Talent. Talent Path. After unlocking Dragon Talents, you can choose from 3 talent paths to awaken. After awakening both Dragon's active skills will gain new effects based on the path chosen. And Dragon attribute nodes will then become available to be activated. Okay. There's a talent tree. Skill upgrade nodes and attribute nodes are arranged on the talent tree in different orders. You can freely select the order in which you awaken nodes based on the talent tree's unlock conditions and paths. Okay, so there's a tree. This seems to be the tree, but then maybe we'll have to take a look at the path whenever we have access to that. And then we have talent nodes. Skill upgrade nodes determine Dragon skill upgrade level. Upgrade these nodes to increase the power of your Dragon's ultimate skill. Oh. Attribute nodes are further divided into 2 types, normal and special. Normal affect the base attributes of all immortals in the unit. Special attributes can only be awakened after all surrounding normal attribute nodes have been awakened and grant an even greater boost. So it's more of a stack on top to immortal attributes. Interesting. Okay, so the dragon's going to be affecting your immortals too as well now. Okay. Skill upgrades. Use Dragon Crystals in Essence on a skill upgrade node to upgrade the dragon's new skill effect. Dragon attributes. Use Dragon Crystals on an attribute node to awaken and upgrade the corresponding attributes. Dragon Essence. There are several ways to attain Essence. Follow the calendar, festival events, and shops on large scale. Game mode, Legion's Vendor, Legion's Shop, Lucky Guest to obtain Dragon Essence. Okay. Hopefully there's some free to play elements there. Okay. Then we get to optimizations. So it looks like they're updating relocation. Added a description of the relationship between the highest power and number of relocation/migration items required for relocation to the relocation interface. Tap the details button on the right of the relocate button to view this description. So now they're kind of giving you, which again, this is something that never has really been public. It's just kind of like people have to gather that's what we've had to do, right? You've had to gather the information by just asking people, hey, what power level are you? Okay, hey, right, if you're at like the next mill or the next 500,000, then you'd ask, somewhere between there, right? Because obviously there are different ranges, but it's nice for them to just include this in the game. Why wouldn't you? So again, nice to add, a little late, but nice to add. Added a use button for relocation items in the back right. Tap it quickly to open the server list. Okay. Knowledge contest. New question type. Added a new question type, true or false. Simply answer if the given statement is true or false. Longer quiz duration. Extended the quiz duration based on player feedback. In the retrial, time limit per question has been extended from 15 to 25 seconds. In the final trial, time limit for the first 5 questions has been extended from 15 to 25 seconds. And time limit for the last 5 questions has been extended from 10 to 20. Okay, so just giving you more time. Can't go mad there. I mean, that actually seems like an okay thing. Equipment, rarity divisions. Epic equipment is now divided into Epic, Epic Plus, Epic Season 2, and then Epic Plus Season 2 rarities. The new Epic Season 2 and Epic Season 2 Plus rarities are available from Season 2. Okay. Dismantling equipment. Added an equipment dismantling filter to the alchemy lab. You can now filter based on rarity and level. Okay, I mean, again, if it's ease of access, right, quality of life, you can't really, for the most part, go wrong there. Immortal fragments. Optimize the description of how to obtain epic immortal fragments, helping you to quickly find the fragments you need. Okay, we'll have to see how that looks, but if it does truly make it easier, great. I mean, an example for me would be if you're looking at your immortals and you click the fragment button, if it would show you a image of the event or where to go, and it gives you a brief description, right? Now, yeah, for the most part, it tells you where. It does tell you where, but it would just be nice if maybe there was just more of a visual aid, even if it was just a pop-up screen or something. Throne of the Supreme. Supreme Leaderboard optimized the display of season's champion and runner-up and added these to the off-season interface. Champion cosmetic decoration, added scrolling text that shows the season ID if the player has been champion once, or the number of championships won. If the player has been champion many times, to the King of the Supreme, territory decoration. Okay. One of the other things, and I just want to briefly point this out because I know it has been what it feels to be constantly mentioned, is that people I know are still complaining. I don't know if I say complaining, but probably partially. But also just giving feedback about the chat on screen kind of drive-bys that are happening when you're looking at the TOTS lobby, right, or the hub. And what I will just briefly say there, I know people have mentioned that, it's kind of random. Sometimes people are not saying the best of things. And my thought is that if there's really no way to kind of police that, or if there's no way to do something with that, right, where you're really applying some oversight, then the best thing might just be to get rid of it, right? I think that's the thing, is that it's okay to take a step back and reassess. I think the idea and the implementation was meant to be more engaging with the player base there. But then you kind of have to look at, how many people are, don't get me wrong, right? These players are making individual choices to either be disrespectful or to be rude or to use vulgarity or profanity, etc. Right? So that is on them. However, unless you're going to take the time to police the system or to apply some level of oversight, then the next best action might just be to either delay, suspend it, and then revisit it at a later time, or just take it away altogether, right? So again, that's my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think on that. Then we get to the chat system. Alliance group chat added a button to quickly select all members of a certain alliance rank when creating a group chat. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if they're adding this in because I've been hammering this for a while. I'm sure others have probably mentioned it too. But they need to stop throwing me little brownie points here, right? You're not earning all these points with me just because you're satisfying some of the small things. So I want to point this out. This is a good step. I like this. This is a great quality of life update, but they need to make it also where you can select everyone in an alliance, not just a specific alliance rank. Now, don't get me wrong. It does reduce the overall amount of clicks, because if I can just click 3 or 4 times and select each of the ranks, great. But there needs to be an auto button where, one, anytime someone joins the alliance, they automatically get added to these chats. And then 2, there also needs to be a way where you can just select all players and add them to the group chat. And then if they want to leave, that's fine, right? Or if, better yet, allow the players also on the player side to select or check off something that says, I don't want to be added to any chats, right? Or if a group chat is made, allow the players a setting option within the group chat that says, I don't want to be added back to this group chat, right? And that's fine. Again, you have to kind of look at it at both sides, right? Some people don't want to be added to all the chats, and that's okay. But at least give them the option, because then it'll show them grayed out. If you're trying to re-add them from the alliance side, it'll show them grayed out or something to that effect where it does not allow for you to re-add them. But again, this is a great quality of life add. Blacklist. Blacklist information for the current server now syncs to the Legion of Frostborn. Changes to the blacklist in the Legion of Frostborn will also be synced to the current server and vice versa. Awesome. Okay, this seems to be a win, I'm going to say. Can't go wrong there. Also, if anyone's wondering, I'm drinking some kombucha, which is fantastic, by the way. I've become more of a fan. Blessings of Triss. If you already have 60 of a certain ability stone, or have already learned the corresponding skill, when you pull that ability stone again, it will automatically be converted into Cinder of Wish, which can be used to buy items in the Wish Shop. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really messed around too much with Blessings of Triss, just because I don't really over-invest or have really invested into that event. But this, I guess, seems okay. I'll be honest, I would really love some feedback here. So if you're someone, let me know in the comments what you think about this one. Training Camp. Attribute adjustments. Added numeral entry to the custom enemy unit feature, allowing you to quickly and accurately change relevant attributes. Okay, that doesn't seem like a bad ad. Elite Trainers. Add an Elite Trainer service. You can purchase or subscribe to 3 months of custom enemy units, which also grants you 1,200 gems and the ability to conveniently copy another player's unit from a battle report. Elite Trainers. Interesting. I wonder what this means, right? Is that just, again, this is why details are really important in the patch notes. Does that mean that it's custom? Is this enemy units for like people that are in the kingdom? Is this other people? What else really goes into this? Details, details, details. Okay. Ruins puzzle. Optimize the visual effects and animations. Okay, cool. Here we go. Balance adjustments, right? Always the good stuff. Berserker. Before, increases physical damage by X attack speed by Y percentage, but reduces SP recovery by 75%. Disables any trigger type skills equipped. After, increases normal attack damage, right? So they've changed that from physical to normal by X attack speed, still the same, by Y, but reduces SP recovery, same, by 75%, and disables any trigger type skills. Okay, so only big change here is that it went from increases physical damage to increases normal attack damage. And then we have the adjustments here, which is physical to normal. So peaks at 25, so this is a little bit of a debuff here, or a nerf, from 35. Attack speed, 35 from 25, so a little bit of a nerf. Wind Dragon, change the target of Stormy Breath to Wind Immortals in the unit. Okay. All right, then we have, that's all the change. Okay, so that's it. All right, so fam, let me know what you guys think, right? I will say this. One thing that gives me some slight hope on something that we've touched on, I think in a previous video, that gives me the indication I want to try something, which is where we see this, right? The longer quiz duration, this was based on feedback they mentioned we scored at the top. You can see here, right, it says, after considering your feedback from the community, right, the developers decided to increase the quiz duration. So, again, this is something that I'm really passionate about wanting to see. How can we really, consider, what can we do as a community to try and implement some of these changes? And that's something that we've actually been looking back now at our Council of Kings that I have on the Discord server for players that are kind of in their, advisor representation or king or queen position for their kingdom. And we're going to be re-going through servers as well. This is something I'm really interested to kind of try for some kind of a last hurrah, if you will, because, again, there are things that we'd love to see in the game, or even changes, or just bug fixes kind of in general, right? And understandably, sometimes those will take time. But I am very interested in seeing how can we kind of unionize, if you will, right, as a collective to try and push for some of these things. Because it is clear that they do listen, right? It's just sometimes we might need to show what we as a community feel are more priorities rather than, kind of just doing it in somewhat of a disorganized or kind of non-unionized way. And so there'll be some more coming about that. But again, I'd love to hear anything and everything what you guys think about these patch 2.3 notes. I will say this, right? I was maybe hoping for a little bit more here, right? 2.2 had a couple things in it, a few more than 2.3. However, what 2.3 kind of brings, in kind of a more expanded system onto the dragons. And I don't necessarily think that is a bad thing. It's just, again, I'm hoping that the most important thing, no matter what, when you're coming out with a new system or just introducing new features, is that everything has to be free to play accessible. Meaning that you need to be able to get everything that you can as a free to play player, even if they have some spending or pay to win elements. Always keep in mind that those are really meant there to be able to get those things faster and sooner than a free-to-play player would. It's not meant to really be gate locking or gate blocking it from the average player being able to attain. That's one of the most important things. So again, we'll see how that plays out. But again, I'll be happy to read any comments below on your guys' thoughts, what you think about anything I touched on, my opinions. Happy to hear. Okay, that is it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch you later.